Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor on our walk and talk. Trying to get more exercise these days and talk about the day's actions. I like what Sensei just said on the show. The debrief of the show. That's exactly what this is. It's the debrief of the day's events. What a day it's been. And also, before we start all that, let's put a big shout out to Vaz getting back from Ireland and jumping on the show tonight with Sensei, having a great chat, looking out for the all-time high on Bitcoin, and while waiting for that, they gave you a great show discussing EVTOLs. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Vaz, for popping in, and applaud to Sensei for another great show. Been a very long day today. Been a very long day. I think we've been on air for 12 hours, something like that. Well, not quite 12 hours, but it will be in a couple of hours, but 10 hours. Anyway, let's get straight to it. If you've just tuned in, welcome to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you can tap the like button, it will help get this suggested out on YouTube. And once we get 100 likes, YouTube will suggest the live stream out. It's very, very, very hot, like 40 degrees. I'm covered up because there's mosquitoes and I just get bitten to bits if I wear shorts and a t-shirt. So that's why I'm all suited like this. Anyway, tap the like button. We've got 57 watching. We've got 8 likes. Let's get, 73 now. Let's get 100 likes in the first few minutes. That will share this out. So let's talk about the day. We woke up this morning, and even though it didn't seem as dramatic as you might have expected, today has been a pivotal moment in crypto history. In fact, in finance history as well. Because today, Brad Garlinghouse and others, we'll focus on Brad, attended the US Senate and gave a hearing testimony to try to change the way we see crypto forever. And I think on the whole, it was a very well received event. And it wasn't as dramatic as some might expect, but I think XRP performed very, very well. It's a grown-up crypto. It's a sensible crypto. It took a bit of profit, but then it's going up again, and any moment now, as Sensei said on the Power Hour, in the next couple of hours we might get an all-time high on the on Bitcoin, and if we do, XRP I'm sure is going to carry on going, and who knows where it can go. But it's more important for those that bought it at 20-30 cents. You've got a great asset which you can own, and you don't really mind if it dips. But today I think crypto grew up, became responsible. My opinion is, it's only my thoughts, but most crypto, all the meme coins and stuff, they'll be gone. They won't be around forever. The quality stuff will be left, and we'll be left with a real credible industry that people will just buy as part of their retirement plans. The S&P already includes it, and it will just go on and on. So what do you all think? Were you happy with today? And we also need to talk about a time to rebalance, a time to take a step back and not feel bad if we are trimming and taking some profit off the table. It's always a sensible idea. So let's talk about that first of all, and how you might feel towards that. We will come to comments and questions. We will answer everyone's questions in a short while. Just wait for everyone to come in. If you can, tap the like button. We've got 22 likes now. It's 111 watching. Once we get to 100, it will go a bit nuts because YouTube will share this out and it will get quite exciting. So if you can tap the like button, that'd be great. It's very, very hot here, over 40 degrees. It's burning, but I'm going for my daily exercise. So let's talk about, first of all, we'll come back round to Bitcoin and XRP, but we'll talk about rebalancing our portfolios. You have to do that. You often will hear of hedge fund managers and fund managers, Wall Street managers, your financial advisor will talk about rebalancing your portfolio. And that's very, very important. It's like washing the car, stocking the shelves in the pantry. From time to time, you have to like rebalance things because certain stocks, certain assets can get overweight, underweight, and you need to balance things back to your original strategy, whatever that might be. So, as you know, I started 4 years ago and started doing everything wrong at the beginning. Learned a lot of lessons, lost a lot of money, and I was down. My worst case was down $60,000, and then we started building it up again, and now we're up all-time highs, and we're 11, 12 grand up overall, and things are a very, very different situation. So when we went down on the V-dip, we were oversold. We were at 17 times earnings after Liberation Day. It was clearly obvious that the market was oversold, unless you were going to write off the United States altogether and it was done and finished, which I can't see why anyone would think that. That was the moment to turn on margin with gusto and buy deep, and then I made a $70,000 swing within a month or so and rid all the wrongs. So that's what we did. Now the economy is different. We've got a new president, whether you like him or not, whether it's good or bad, we do. The rally into a new presidency always gives you a rally, especially if it's a Republican party, because that's just the market tends to prefer that. We rallied expectations. We got some surprises. We had tariffs and so on. Most of that now is priced in. The fear is generally gone. Most of the markets are come accustomed and anesthetized to it all. So we're kind of like pricing it all in now. Worst case scenario has come and gone. Excuse me. So we are at the point now where we're ready for some perhaps normal type growth. So we rallied, we got back in profit, we got our money back, we're making money, we've got great position, and it was time to pay off margin because typically the S&P 500 makes 10% a year on average. You can do a lot better than that by buying dips. For me, I've had a 50% on the last 3 months, so you can amplify that enormously without margin, in fact, just by buying the dip. But more than the dip, the undervalue. God, it's hard to walk in this heat. So we've had what could end up as a normal year, 10% from beginning to end, if you just bought at the beginning and stayed through the year. So consequently, we're back up, paying 4% in margin. I was because of my refinancing, but you could be paying as high as 5.25. There's not many people who think there's more than 5% left on the market this year. Very few analysts think there's more than 5. In fact, Bank of America think there's only 2. So there's no point now borrowing money to be in the market. So when we went up, I used tax lots, sold from the top, so I don't pay any tax, or very minimal, and I cleared my margin. Margin had done its job. Margin is no longer required. I have money now, so I can protect myself from going down, because remember, margin makes you go up quicker, but it makes you go down quicker too. So there's not really much point in being in margin now. The risk to reward isn't there. So I sold my position of margin, and then when we rallied a little bit more, I took $30,000, $33,000 off the table. So I've now got $33,000 in cash, earning 4%. Now, of course, it only earns 4% if you hold it for a year. But if you hold it for 6 months, it's 2%. But the point is, it's not about whether you hold it for 1 day, 2 days, 6 months, or a year. What's important is you've got money to buy a bigger dip without using margin. So not only are you earning 4%, you're not spending 5.25 and more to buy. You can do it with your own money when you're ready. Now, how does it feel to be having the market go up with you not in it? Well, if you sell everything, and you're just sitting holding cash, the most you're going to earn is the 4%. And then at some point you've got to buy back in. There's always the danger that you'll end up paying more, and you've just lost all the gains that you've made on interest. So you don't want to be out of the market. You always want to be in the market. So I am still in the market. I've just trimmed off the top from the highest positions. And the reason why I want to sell the ones for the highest value, the highest cost, is that builds a stronger portfolio. Because if all my shares are only pennies from the top, you've only got to drop a couple of pence and you're out of the money. You're selling for losses. However, if you've kept the shares you bought a while ago, most of my shares, in fact nearly all of my shares now on the S&P is $100 per share profit. So huge tax to pay if I sold them, and they're wonderful. They can give me collateral, resilience. I can borrow money because my portfolio is way up and it's strong. So I always want to keep those. So I've sold from the top. So here we are now with some cash, with no margin, and we're earning money 24/7 now. Every minute of the day, that 33 grand is earning something, and my portfolio is going up. Now, if it goes down, I can start to use some of my cash and buy a couple of shares. And if it goes down a lot more, I can buy a bit more. And if it goes down 20% on a carry trade, then I can turn on margin again, because it will be a temporary thing. So that's the strategy. That's called rebalancing. So now we are in that position. We know who the president is. We know about all the shocks that have been done, and we are starting our financial journey for the next 4 years, 3.5 now. So that's where we are. And also we've had a lot of things happen with crypto. After today, with Brad and the US Senate, I'm very, very hot. This is crazy heat. I've just done one lap. I'm going to do another one, but that might be it. Bloody hell. At least we are getting some exercise, right? Anyway, so we've had a lot to digest this year. In the last 6 months, the world has been upturned. We've got EVs over their initial rally with Tesla, now not doing so well. We've got AI kind of pausing at the moment, but Nvidia is doing well again. There's much more to come with that. I'd be an owner of Nvidia, not a trader. We've got EVTOLs with VAS, we know all about that sector. And of course, crypto is going to lead the sector. The finance sector is going to lead the S&P. And with that will come crypto. So there's plenty of things to look forward to, plenty of growth opportunities. But we have to manage risk, because if we've made money, one thing I've learned, anyone I know who's got money takes care of it. People that take risk tend to not have any money. They're taking unnecessary risk. People with money they're quite happy with 4%. If you've got $1 million and you earn 4% a year, it's a lot. So people with no money tend to take bigger risks. And I've always said that's a mistake, because if you always behave like a rich person, you will eventually grow into that role. Whereas if you behave like a poor person, wanting to be a rich person, you'll probably stay a poor person. I've always been told and believed, hang out with winners, go to good places, hang out with smart people, wise people, successful people. Don't hang out with people that talk rubbish and nonsense. They don't serve any purpose and provide you with any value. They simply go round and round shouting at themselves, doing nothing. So that's been my experience. But today's been a very interesting day. I think some people are disappointed that XRP didn't pump and go crazy, but I'm really thankful it didn't. Imagine if we'd seen it rally like some meme coins, up 30-40%. I know everybody would have got happy about that, but then there'd been massive profit taking, and it would give that uncertainty about the asset. It'd be like, okay, when it goes up, everyone just takes all their profit out. It's kind of, no one really believes in it. But all we had today was healthy trimming, just like me taking 33 grand out of $250,000. That's not me scared or me worried about the economy or any of those things. That's just being sensible, rebalancing, which is what every fund manager does for its clients. So why shouldn't you do it for yourself? So I'm really glad that XRP behaved itself today. I thought the investor did a great job. There was no, because I can really tell, because doing my job, I get a lot of feedback from social media, and I can see the good coins to be in, the good assets to be in, and I really can. And at the moment, there's lots of noise around certain coins, and I walked away from it, don't want to know. And I like XRP. XRP is kind of like the S&P 500. It's kind of like the grown-up stock, the grown-up crypto, and that's kind of what I'm investing in, the grown-up stuff. Not the ranting and raving and swearing and shouting and frustration because you don't know what you own. People feel very calm owning XRP. The comments, there's hardly anyone, even when you say, I can see it going down, which we can, it can always go down. It can always go down 50%. And people don't like to hear it, but they kind of go, yeah, but I'd buy more. It's the same as if you told me the S&P could go down 50%, which it can with the carry trade unwind. And that's why I've got some cash ready to go and margin ready to go. I actually hope it does. I know that sounds silly. Whoops, knee tripped over there. I hope it does, because I don't need the money today, but I need the money in the future. So to get more money for the future, I want to buy more stock now. So I want the stock to go down, right? If it just keeps going up and up so quickly, before I can earn more money or before I can put more money back in, I miss out the rallies, and then it gets too expensive, you can't buy it, and then you miss out years. So you always want to be invested, but always be prepared and manage your risk, because that's just sensible. Being boring is the right way to be in investment. Let's go to some comments and questions for a few moments. So if you've asked me a question and I've missed it, please repeat it now and I can answer it. But before I go to comments and questions, it's got to be worth it, right? You got to earn it. So if you want comments and questions, there's 181 watching. So we can easily get now to 100 likes. If we get to 100, I'll do comments and questions. I'll answer everybody's question, as long as it's polite and respectful. So everyone tap the like button, and then we'll do comments and questions. So if we get to 100, YouTube will suggest it out. Where are we now? We're on 40. Okay, nearly halfway there. We've got 169 watching. So we can definitely get to 100. If everyone taps the like, I'll answer all the questions. 43. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start answering questions at 75, because we can definitely do 75, because that's less than 50% of those watching, and 50% are signed into Google. So that would be everybody that can possibly has liked. You can't ask for more than that. Is my brightness up full? I'm struggling to see because the sun is in the wrong place. It's on my screen all the time. Might take a break in a minute. It's flipping hot. 48 likes. Let's start to have a look in the chat. I'm going to get to some shade, and I might take a break a minute because this heat is something else, and I'm struggling. I'm feeling like really bad now. I'm having to do exercise and take things seriously. I'm getting annoyed with my fitness. So annoying. You get hungry and you just want to eat a packet of crisps, and then you want to sit on the sofa, and it's like, no. It gets harder and harder to do. And now I've got to fight against that. I spend so much time in the studio. Not the fit person I used to be, I'm afraid. Right, 56 people like. Get 17, we'll do the comments and questions. All right. You're in the USA, I think I just saw that. Yes, I am. I'm in Dallas, 40 degrees. It's very, very hot. Yes. Okay, 57. I'm just coming up to some shade, and then I'm going to do some comments and questions in the shade, I think, because I'm going to try and do one more round when I get back. I sort of 1 3/4 of the way around. 3/4 of the way around. Do one more round, I think. Okay, we're going to come up to a shaded area, and then we'll do some comments and questions. See if I can answer anybody's concerns. Okay, we're in the shade a little bit. I don't want to stop though, but I will, just for a minute. I'll answer some questions, so here we go. Get a mountain bike. I have a nut-proof reactor. A nuke-proof reactor. Okay, I'm not sure the question of that's due. Urban hunting, Martin, you're overheating now. You need to stop right away. Yeah, I might head back. 10,000 steps a day. I do it with Moonwalk Fitness. That sounds good. You can do it. I'm actually dying. I'm 140 kilograms and changing my habits. I think I'm 200 pounds. I'm 200 pounds, but I used to be like 180. I'm about 15, 20 pounds overweight, I'd say, from where I'd like to be. Walking is great. Yeah, there's a few things you can do, which if you just do a few things, don't require any money, don't require hardly any effort, and you're 90% of the problem there. Sleep, 8 hours sleep, water, and go for a walk. If you just do that, you're 90% of your problem solved. Let's have a look. 10,000 steps a day. You mean PM, not AM. Yes, it's PM here. Your arteries are in good shape. You passed the walk and talk test. Flipping heck, I'm sweating like crazy. It's a full suspension bike. That sounds nice. Made in the USA. Oh yeah, I've got a bike like that. Walking and talking is harder. Yes, it is. And I'm also not swinging my arm. Right, I'm going to carry on walking because there was no more questions. Because I want to keep going. Anyway, so how does everybody feel? I started drinking lots of water. That's a very good idea, JJ. If you drink water, I tell you what, I highly recommend, and I'm doing this now regularly. I just joined a massage program, deep tissue, like proper sports therapy, deep tissue massage. It's a bit expensive. It's like if you're part of the club, it's cheaper. So I joined the club, and it's what is it? 69? Is it 69 or 79? I think it's $79 for the hour, and then you give a tip as well. So it's like $100. It's expensive, isn't it? But it's a very nice place. Real, high quality, warm bed, warm towels. A very good therapist who really works hard. Deep tissue. I mean, like flipping heck. She said to me, "What pressure do you want?" I said, "Just go as hard as you can." I said, "I've run the marathon. I've done Tough Mudder. I've done some SAS training." Never say that to a therapist. It's a joke, because they'll just lean on you with their elbow right on a bloody pressure point and you scream your head off. So I don't care who you are. It hurt, but I didn't stop her from doing it because I had knots everywhere. I've not had a massage for like 4 years, and sitting down, what a difference. It's not a miracle cure. I've been once, but I'm going to go every couple of weeks. But to start off with, I'm going to go every week for about a month, I think, to really get it out. But flipping heck, that really helped, The whole body all the muscles were pumping. When I came home, I was drinking water to get rid of the toxins. And that was good. It wasn't like it just felt great afterwards, but I felt all my muscles inside of my thighs, down the back of my legs, bruised, like proper bruised. But she said you're just covered in knots, and that pulls your spine out of line. You're not sitting straight. I mean, it's all over the place. So I highly recommend that. It's expensive, but I've worked for 4 years to finally earn some money. So let's finally invest in myself, as in my health. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend $100 every couple of weeks, and I'm going to have a massage, professional massage, not a fluffy little, nice and comfort, relax with candles. I mean, there was candles and stuff, but it's not about that. It's about doing something that the body really needs. So it's good. Recommend that. Yeah, I've forgotten how good it was. But I can't wait to go again. It's in 5 days' time, and if the money allowed, I'd probably go again tomorrow. I wouldn't have gone today or yesterday because the muscles were just bruised to hell. She couldn't have done anything. Would have been worse. But I would go tomorrow, but that would just be too expensive. I can't do $100 twice a week. So I'm going to go again end of this week. Going to go once a week for about a month, and then I'll start going like every 2 weeks, and then maybe once a month. But yeah, it was good. Okay. I won't tell anyone I'm rich, but there will be signs. I won't tell anyone I'm rich, but there'll be signs. What was all that about? So what's Sensei on about? Imagine that in the S&P. What's going on? Am I missing something? Right, that's 2 times round. We're going to do one more time round. We're going to go always push just one more. Not the next one again, but now I'm tired. Let's do one more. Let's see the comments. Prosecco and George Michael. What's going on here? Imagine that in the S&P. Cheeky ending. What? No cheeky ending. No, this isn't Thailand. Me give you good time. $10, good time. No, this is Dallas, professional therapist. Yeah. None of that malarkey. And walk and talk, I'm not telling anyone I'm crypto rich either. Oh, by the way, I wanted to clear up. I wanted to cover another misconception. That is, I mean, in the last few weeks, my social media was exploded, and I've got so many rumors and people saying all kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna like pick up one now and again, and answer it, because there's so many rumors. Everything I do live. I tell you everything. I share everything about my life. There's no secrets, and there's always people trying to discredit you, and they say stuff, and I think it's quite entertaining to pick up a couple of the ones that are going on and answer them, and then you can do as you will. So when people don't get a response from me because I don't want to engage in certain nonsense, they just make up stuff. It's like, okay, make it up. So one of the things that's going on at the moment is Martyn Lucas. You can't trust him. He's a check frauder. I don't even know what a check frauder is, but a check frauder. And then I looked at a few more replies in those threads, and it was like, check fraud. Oh, you're talking about bank checks. Okay. Like Tom Hanks in Catch Me If You Can. I don't know. Writing fake checks, or I don't know, printing checks. I don't know. But something in the check world. So I just want to answer that one, because I thought that was really a good one. Because I've not got a checkbook, and I've not had a checkbook since I was about 20. So about 30 years I've not had a checkbook. So I'm pretty sure that I'm not into checks fraud, especially as I don't have a checkbook or any access to checks, or in fact I don't even have access to a printer. Not that I'm sure I could print a very good looking check, but I thought that was a funny one. Check fraud. That went on for a few days. Another one is, you can't trust me when I talk about that I'm not in crypto because I have a Coinbase account. That's another funny one. As you know, Sensei and me, we had the $5,000 crypto challenge, and you may remember live on the show, I sold all my XRP and my Bitcoin, went in the S&P, had about $5,000, didn't I? And I made a good profit, and I sold it to go in Robinhood. So I've still got a Coinbase account. Don't know why I've kept it. And I think there's 13 cents in it, because you can't sell the last little bit of each coin. I think there's about 4 coins with like 0.001 cent, and I think I've got 13 cents, and I'm always trying to like get it out. If it just goes up enough, I'll be able to sell it. Same as my Robinhood account. You'll notice at the top it says Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, and XRP, because I've got like 0.00001 pence in each one, you can't sell it. It says there's not enough. And Ethereum says you've got to buy Ethereum to pay for the gas fees to get it out. That's kind of counterproductive, really. So I haven't bought any Ethereum just so I can sell it, because I'm pretty sure whatever I put in and then go sell all, there'll be like 1 cent left again. Just annoying. I wish you could just donate. I can't even send it to you because it won't let me send it because there's not enough gas fees to send it. That's one of the things I don't like with crypto, actually. I can't even send it. It just sits there. I guess that's just the way it is. Once you open a wallet, you can't actually get rid of it. I don't seem to be able to anyway. So I've got a few cents. I've got 13 cents, I think it is, on Coinbase. So there are certain people who are saying that I've got all this money stashed on Coinbase. And that's it. I haven't got any other wallets, just 13 cents there. And I think I've got about sort of 2-3 cents sat in my Ethereum, Doge, Bitcoin, and XRP on my Robinhood. You can see it at the top of the portfolio when I scroll down. And if someone could tell me how to donate it or get rid of it, I'd like it, because it'd be nice just to have it not there. But here's a top tip. If you do have no crypto in your Robinhood, you don't see the live. You only see the day. So it's kind of nice. It gives you extra dimension. Maybe it's different now with the Legend that's come to Robinhood. But before Legend, before I had crypto, I remember that was one of the things I liked about just buying $1 of Bitcoin, because I could see now the live of my portfolio. And I don't know if that's something that's changed now, but that's how it was once. I don't know if it's still like that. But anyway, so there you go. That's the 2 latest ones. And there are others that are frustrated that I'm not responding to certain posts. Certain assets that we've looked at before that I don't want anything to do with. I don't talk about anymore. It's not because anything weird. I just don't want to talk about them anymore. So certain things I don't like or happy with. I've learned that people don't want to be helped. I could find something out about something and tell people thinking this is helpful information, and if it's a certain type of asset, if it's a certain type of audience, they just hate you for it anyway. So because I don't earn any money telling you stuff and no one sponsors me to do it, and I don't earn any money on X, it seems, I mean, it's hard because I want to be, Mr. Honest and Truthful, and I am, but if something's not good, I just don't talk about it anymore, walk away from it. And that in itself, you know that I'm not, not supporting it anymore, because they just don't want to listen, and you just get people angry with you, and you wake up in the morning and your feed's full of people swearing at you, and it's kind of like, okay, it's not really productive in any way, so why am I wasting my time? And these are all people with 2 followers and probably nothing invested anyway. It just gets a bit silly and pointless, so I don't do that anymore. So there's 3 things, 3 little rumours that are going on, and that's the behind the scenes. Okay, so we're 2.5 times round now. We're definitely going to finish now. Coming up to the last part. I'm absolutely shattered. It's been a good day today. We've had our 2nd or 3rd best live stream of all time. Our biggest was the 60 minutes with Brad Garlinghouse. Me and Sensei thought actually today could have been bigger. We really planned for it to be bigger than that. That was 130,000. This at the moment I think is like 40,000, so it might actually get there. But it was a great day. It wasn't dramatic as some people might have hoped, but it was good that it wasn't. It was very solid, very good, very happy. If you're in XRP, I'm sure that you feel that way. And it's good for the overall markets as well. Remember, XRP is trying to represent America and be a crypto US, the leader in crypto. So we want a steady, solid stock market and a crypto market. That's what we want. I know some of you like the volatility. I would prefer opportunity, but not 50% up, 50% down. I mean, that's just gambling. There's nothing about that that's of any interest to me. Anyway, let's do some more comments and questions in the shade a second. My comment is, thank you for being the main reason I own VU. This is from David Raman. Only 6 shares. Don't ever say only. 6 shares is amazing. I started with 5 grand. Everyone starts with 1 penny. It doesn't matter. It's about the percentages, not the number. I bought an average of 480, so I'm at 500 just waiting for... Yeah, fantastic. Good for you. Martin, I agree on the massage. It also helps me more than anything else I do. Deep tissue here too. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? David. Good evening from media. What we got here? Leah, hello. Leah's watching me. Yeah, babe, I'm coming home now. It's mega hot. I'm just in the shade for a second. I just realised that $10 is a bloody good deal. I just realised that $10 is a bloody good deal. $10? What? What's $10? The massage is 100 with the tip. Did anyone get an email house rep past crucial crypto legislation from Coinbase? Did anyone get an email house rep? I have no idea what that is. Break-ins. I think a big red curtain would look good in the office. A big red curtain, what I could hide behind, like the Wizard of Oz. Mark, thank you, Martin. Remember, 99% of us appreciate you. Ignore the troll, save your energy. Oh, yeah, I know that. I know that. Oh my gosh, I know that. Oh yeah, you give me great comfort, and I hope I provide it in return. I mean, look, we've got like nearly everybody who watches live is a member. You watch all day, every day. I know that. Flipping heck. Oh yeah, I would say the negativity on the channel, on all channels, X everywhere. X is the worst. Used to be TikTok. That's why I stopped doing that. It's just pointless. People just go on there to shout at you. It doesn't matter what you say. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't calculate it, but I wouldn't even imagine it's 0.1%. I mean, you can't see this because YouTube decided a few years ago to turn off. You can downlike a video, but it doesn't show you. So if I tell you, I can't prove it to you, but I can tell you. Sensei will tell you the same. In fact, I can show you actually. I can show you because when I go onto my analytics, I can show you the channel average up likes to down likes. I think it's like 97, 98%, something like that. And in every show when we go live, like today, I don't know, 1,200 likes. I think there was like 6 down likes. And we get about 3 or 4 every day from the same person. Most of you know who I'm talking about. He watches every single show, which is funny, as he doesn't want any, doesn't like me anymore. He watches every single show. But yeah, we've got 1 or 2 people who just down like everything. It doesn't matter. I could give away $1 million on the show. They still don't like it. That doesn't matter. But yeah, it's 90, like 98, 90, I think 98 point something. So I know that. I don't feel bad. In fact, it's been a really good lesson because now I just don't care. People that know me closely go, yeah, you do. You get upset. And I keep trying to convince them I don't. They go, yeah, you do. I go, no, I don't. I used to, but I don't now. The last few days there's been thousands on X, not thousands of people, thousands of comments by about 20 different people. But like, I don't even bother anymore. I used to answer all the questions and say you're wrong, like the thing with the check fraud and oh God, I don't know. What was the other one I just mentioned? Coinbase. But like, I used to like respond to everybody, and I would just waste so much of my time replying to people, and I'm just basically being dragged into a silly argument with some ignoramus who's probably sat at home in his mum's bedroom, I don't know, or sat on the toilet, and I'm thinking, why am I Why am I trying to convince somebody? They just want me to go backwards and forward to 24/7. So I don't even bother now. People can say, I reply to all my members. I reply to all positive comments, and I'll answer wherever I can to a constructive question. But when it's just you're swearing and you're an idiot, and I can tell that person just wants to shout, I don't even care. Yeah, I honestly don't. The funniest one, it always makes me laugh, is the fact that there's like little groups, block Martyn on Reddit. That's the funniest one. And I've explained that so many times. When you block me, it stops me from writing on your wall or your posts. I don't write on anyone's posts. I only write on my own account. So blocking me doesn't do anything. Every person in the world could block me and I'll be exactly the same position. It doesn't do anything. If you don't want to see me, then just put do not show. Like I never see Elon Musk and Elon Musk and Trump because they post all day, every day. I just go on their accounts when I want to know what's going on. Randomly during the show, I'll see if Trump is saying something or Elon is saying something. But I don't have it. I have it set to do not show, so I don't constantly get every 5 seconds because Donald Trump on Truth is virtually every 30 seconds all day long, and I just wouldn't get anything done. So if you don't like something, the world belongs to you. You can change it. You are in charge of your own destiny. But you can do that in a positive way, not by unblocking you. I don't think I've hardly blocked anybody. I think I've blocked a couple of people. I think my block list is probably about 10. It's like hardly anything. You've got to be really, really, really horrible to get blocked. I just don't want you, because remember, people comment on my stuff. It's different for me. I don't comment on theirs, so it's kind of pointless blocking me, isn't it? Anyway, there we go. Home again. 3 laps in the blazing heat. I think I've done really well. Happy with that. I've eaten well today. I'll eat well tonight. And that's it from me. Thank you very much, everybody. I want to give a big thank you to Sensei today for joining me for an outstanding show. You provided great value and content. I think everyone enjoyed it. For those of you that didn't know or didn't see it, we searched for XRP live and we had the biggest audience on YouTube in the world, which is amazing when we're not even a crypto channel. It's kind of amazing, really. We're an all over stock channel, entertainment channel. So we had the biggest audience in the world for XRP today. So I'm really proud of that. There was one channel who was just behind us and they had 174,000 subscribers, double what we are. So we had the biggest audience in the world. So that was amazing. No, not one more lap, not tonight. Absolutely not. You got to know when to give it up. That's enough. So thank you, Sensei. He scrubs up well, doesn't he? He scrubs up well. He put his best shirt and jacket on. And he said shirt and tie there. No, he didn't do that. Shirt and jacket. Looked really great. Lots of great information. I loved the conversation. And then it was wonderful that then Sensei went live to cover the Bitcoin breakout with, and then Vaz called in as he got back from mining. So thank you, Vaz, for taking part in that as well. So that's it from me. Sensei, I'm sure I'm going to make a prediction. We'll be live in the next couple of hours, because I'm expecting Bitcoin to break out tonight to all-time highs. And we know if that happens, Sensei will go live. Even if it's midnight. It's coming up to midnight now. It's like 11:30 for Sensei, 20 past 11 in the evening for Sensei right now. But we know that Sensei will go live at 2, 3, 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, which is pretty wild considering he's back on at 6. He will if Bitcoin breaks out. So stand by your beds, as my Sergeant Major once told me, Sergeant Black. I did train with the army once. And if Bitcoin breaks out, expect Sensei to go live, because it will be something special, I'm sure. And if that's going to happen, I think Sensei will remind me that will happen in the next hour and a half. I think it's the next hour and a half when the candles close for the day on crypto. You don't think of the candles closing on the day for crypto. I never quite understand that, but it kind of does. And Sensei will cover that, I'm sure. And I would expect it to break out, and then XRP could set an all-time high as well. And then it could really push up. So look out for that. Make sure that you've subscribed and rung the bell if you want to be kept up to date with that. Just before I go, can we get to 100 likes? We're at 82. I don't think we can get there. There's only 125 watching, but let's see if we can get to 83. I'm going to go in the next 30 seconds. So thank you very much. Look out for Sensei. Sensei will be live as well for the breakfast show in the morning. I'll be following that. I've said it a couple of times this week, but I am absolutely going to do a members day tomorrow and do reviews. There's several of you have tipped 15, 20 bucks for reviews that you wanted straight away. But I'm sure you understand. I know you understand. You're very patient, my members. If something really big like XRP takes over the show, but we're not a crypto channel. We do thousands of stocks and stuff with, you know, all the boring stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to do at least 2 reviews. I won't mention XRP, and I will do that and try and catch up with a few, at least a couple of those. So join me in the morning for that, and then we'll have Sensei covering if Bitcoin breaks out. And of course on Friday we've got our XRP party in the evening. We promised to do that, celebrate what we've just achieved. And then on Saturday it's Vaz in the morning with his EvToll show, followed by Sensei on Sunday for his Sunday night show, and then back again on Monday. So that's it. That's the breakdown. I will see you back in the morning. Look out for Sensei tonight. That's it. We got 93 likes. Oh my gosh. If we could get 7, this gets suggested on YouTube. We got 93. If we got 7 more, likes in the tank, I can't think that we have, because 100 people are watching right now. So I don't think we can get 96. Wow, that's surprising me. That's like everybody. Wow. If we get 100, we get suggested. It's amazing. The walk and talk gets suggested. Flipping heck. 98. Oh, blimey. 99. How can we possibly get to 100? There's only 103 watching. I don't know how we're even doing that. That's pretty... I bet everyone's going, we're at 9, we've all, 101. Oh, there you go. That's incredible. I don't know how we did that. That is just like every single person. I don't know how we possibly got up to 101. Right, I'm off, I'm melting. Literally, I feel like a flipping snowman melting, but the opposite, literally melting. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you ever so much. Look out for Sensei tonight. There's a very good chance Sensei will go live, because I'm sure Bitcoin will break out today. It's a very good sign that it will. I hope you all understand what I meant about rebalancing. Don't feel bad you've taken some profit. And that's it from me. Once again, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Vaz. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. I will see you back in the morning. Look out for Sensei. Until then, I'm going to have a shower, cup of tea, and watch Coronation Street. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves. 106. I can't believe it. And each other.